Hey guys, a couple months ago, I picked up this Optic Ready MMP Shield Plus and pretty much immediately started looking at different red dots that are available for it. And my Taurus, the G3C here, the Toro version, I've had this for, I don't know, a year or two, and it's Optic Ready as well. And I basically use this for only at the range because I'm constantly testing different red dots. And this comes with 4 different plates, and so I can put a variety of red dots on it. And just so everybody knows, I'm working with safe guns here. Show you this one here. It's no magazine. The magazine there is empty. So again, with the Taurus, I can do like RMS, RMR, like Dr. Noblex. I can do almost any kind of footprint because of the plates that Taurus includes. But the Shield Plus is cut for a very specific type of red dot. It's the RMSc. So started researching, and I came across like this list, and I wish I knew exactly where it came from. I don't remember because it's been a couple months ago. But it was somewhere on Google. I just typed in like what red dots are available, and somebody made out this sheet, and it basically has all of the different brands, different manufacturers, a whole bunch of information. I couldn't print it all off, but it gives this whole list. And I wasn't sure if I was going to set this up for actual carrying, which I do have a holster and stuff for it now, or if I was going to set it up more just primarily for home defense. But I kind of knew that I wanted to go with something either from maybe Aimpoint, or Holosun or Trigicon, something that has a really good reputation. And when I looked through this list that this person made, neither of those three were on there. So I started, typing in on Google, does Holosun have an RMSc? So I come to these sites, and here it says Holosun 507K, and it says it's compatible with the Shield RMSc. Then you come down to the next one, and it says it's a modified RMSc. And so when I read this, I just assumed that it was an RMSc. So then I knew that I wanted it to be a green dot because my eyes definitely pick up the color green better than red. And I also wanted one that had multiple reticles. I actually like the idea of having either the circle or the circle dot instead of just a plain single little dot. So after all this research, it basically narrowed me down to the Holosun, the 507K, or the Holosun, the EPS carry. And they're both expensive. The 507K is like $350, and the EPS carry that has the options that I wanted was over $500. Again, I paid like $320 for this pistol, so I didn't want to go like too crazy. So I ended up getting the 507K. Again, it's $340 or $350. So for those of you that don't know, when they're talking about like the footprint, when they say RMSc or RMR, it's really this right here. It's kind of like the length of this plus how many of these studs are here. And as you can see, this one has 4 studs, and it's very compact. So that's what makes this the RMSc. I actually already had 2 red dots that would fit on this directly and work just fine. So you can see this goes right on here directly. And if you look here, you can see this has the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then these holes here are for your screws. And that makes a difference too, is where the screw placement is on the slide. All that has to line up. So when it said Holosun had a modified RMSc, I honestly thought that it was modified to fit an RMSc. And as you can see, the top holes look the same, but the bottom holes are completely different. And this is what's basically been modified on this. So this Holosun will not fit on here directly. No matter what you do, it will not go down on there right. You can see that basically none of them will line up right. So I did all that research, settled on the green dot, only to find out that it wouldn't work directly with that Shield Plus. So then I get on YouTube and I type in like Holosun 507K, Shield Plus, and I see a couple videos on there where people are running this particular red dot, and come to find out, there's an adapter plate. This one is from DPP titanium, and this is specifically designed for the Shield Plus with either the 407K or 507K. And as you can see, it's CNC machined from aerospace grade titanium. Again, specifically designed for the Shield Plus. They have them for all kinds of other models as well. And down here is the model number, MPH07KTI. But I figure we do a real quick unboxing of this. I will show you how to mount this thing on here, and we'll see how it works out. So it comes in like this little plastic case here, pretty nice on that. This is the plate itself. I'll show you that in detail up closer in a minute. They send you a few screws with some thread locker already on them. Looks like the tool to install it, and an instruction booklet. Shouldn't be very much to it. And just so YouTube knows, adding this plate, adding this red dot does not alter this gun in any way. It does not modify it or make it do anything different than what it did before. So this is what this adapter plate looks like. As you can see, it is very, very skinny. And then up here on the top is basically where that Holosun is going to mount there. And then our screws are going to go through these large holes. And then on the bottom, as you can see, it has the 4 spaces that's going to line up with these 4 lugs. So literally it should be as simple as putting this on here like this. All right. And then we will take this, put this on here, and then I'm going to use those screws that they provided, and we should be able to get this thing on here pretty quickly. And if any of you are wondering, the Shield Plus takes 6 by 32, and they have to be around a 1/2 inch, either 3/8 to a 1/2 inch. And before I mount it, I just want to show you how well that plate actually fits on there. Again, this is just loose, until we put the screws in. But when that thing is on there, there's basically no gaps. It barely adds any height. And again, I don't know all the models. I'll leave Amazon links so you can kind of look at their stuff. But that is such a precision fit on there. Also wanted to quickly show you the plate on the pistol itself before I mount the red dot. As you can see, there's 0 gaps. If you were to get this and put it on and you see a small gap on yours, this extractor roll pin right there does stick up a little bit. So you might have to take a small punch and hit that down. Mine doesn't need it, but just to let you know that that does stick up there. All right, that took just a few seconds to put those 2 screws in. And as you can see, 0 gaps. The thing is rock solid on there. Probably should have a torque wrench to actually torque those down right. I don't have one yet, but I know that they're usually around 15 or so inch-pounds that you want to put those at, but that plate definitely does the trick. So again, the version of the DPP titanium plate that I have is, in fact, titanium. It's a 6AL4V titanium. And on Amazon, they're right about $36. If you don't want to spend quite that much, there is an aluminum version available as well, and it's $26. The plates are basically identical. They're the exact same thickness. It's the .065. To look at them, you probably couldn't tell any difference. I think the titanium one might be like a fraction of a gram lighter or something. And I think titanium is supposed to be a little stronger, a little more durable than what aluminum is. But for most of us, the aluminum one's going to be fine too. And I'll leave links to both the titanium and the aluminum versions. And I did want to show you guys these screws again, because DPP titanium, they specifically designed these screws for use with the Holosun and with the Shield Plus. So it's nice that they include 4 of these with it. I want to show you on the top here how those fit down in there. And again, it's an exact fit for the shape of the Holosun. But all right, guys, I think I'm going to be wrapping this one up. I just wanted to introduce you to these DPP titanium plates. They seem to be of really, really good quality. Obviously, it's precision fit, CNC machined. They just work great, do exactly what they're supposed to do. And again, they make them for a wide variety of different manufacturers or pistols, and then a bunch of different red dots as well. So if you have a red dot, you think, well, I don't think this will work, look into DPP titanium because they might have something that'll work for you. But all right, if you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And again, I'll leave some Amazon links in the video description as well. But that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.